So I decided to take my GoPro with me when I went on a little ride recently. Don't really ever do this, but I figured I was going to be out there for a very long time, okay? And I just wanted to do something jazzy with my GoPro because I figured I might as well use it. I made myself a little route. Well, I say a little route, it's about 100 miles. Made the route on Strava, and I routed myself across the hills to the coast and back again. And the ride went pretty well. It didn't go so well as I was expecting to. It was a very kind of struggle at time. It was pretty hard work, and yeah, this is pretty much how it went through the good times and the bad. An hour in, and finally the roads have opened up to nice B roads. Nice B roads that basically means I can chill out a little bit. It was a lot of farm roads, lots of farm roads and potholes and steep climbs, steep descent, so I wasn't really able to show you what's going on, but about an hour in now I can make the coast by sort of in about 3 hours, 3 hours time maybe. The goal is to get back before it's dark. Lots of sheep along here, so like 2 hours in now. Last hour was pretty sweet, lots of fast roads, or one fast road really, able to pick up the average speed, and we were flying. I don't actually know how far I've gone at the moment, so I'm just going to check. Total distance 56k, so not bad, pretty happy with that. It's 12 o'clock and yeah, that gives me another 100 to bank. Yeah, and this bike with a couple of bits and pieces strapped to it because no restaurants are going to be open, so I can't exactly get out for lunch. So I've had to take all my sandwiches and a nice little bag on the front there. That's got my food. I've eaten a banana. I've eaten a homemade protein bar, one of those each hour, and yeah, it's super nice, but I'm a bit fearful that I've got a tailwind slightly and it's going to be a headwind all the way back, but we'll see. So, I made it to the water, made it to the coast. Pretty chuffed with that. Gonna go and see the water a little bit, then I eat a sandwich, I think. It's always really good to see a wind farm on your ride, because you know it's going to be really windy, and it's about half an hour now from the beach, so Garmin says 3.5 hours, and I think that was 30 minutes of solid uphill with a headwind, and I'm still going slightly uphill through this wind farm. So again, average speed is down, and it's beginning to struggle. I'm going to see if I can hold out for 4 hours before I start to eat any jelly babies or jelly sweets, whatever they are. Let's get on the sugar hype in a minute. Four hours down, and the last hour was pretty much going north up along the coastline. A little bit more of that to do. The hills have started to come back again with a vengeance. I think I'm going to be using my easiest gear for quite a little bit on the few bits on the way home, and yeah, I've just got to get to this little town called Cove, and then I can head on back, make the return journey. So quite excited about that. Just had a sweet, did get into that. Probably just going to start hitting the little veggie Sammy snakes, whatever they are, little snake sweets. Probably one of them every 25 minutes or something, keep my sugar levels up. keep morale up, but it is nice and you can always see the sea. So just crested the top of an absolutely brutal climb. I think that was pure climbing from about sea level up to a fairly high point in the borders. It should all be downhill from now, but I don't think I've ever spent so long in the little ring. That was absolutely brutal. So after the descent off the top of the trig point at the top of the borders, kind of descended into this valley. So there's a lot more trees and stuff around, following a river down there. And yeah, I think it's going all right. We're about coming up on 5 hours now. Legs are beginning to feel it. That's to be expected. But yeah, I think we're doing all right. We see what this little bit looks like around here. I think we're just up on Garmin, which is a little bit short of distance, I realised, because it started a little bit after, because it doesn't find GPS for ages. That's saying 106k. I know that the biggest climb now has been over, getting back up to this sort of height from the coast, so should all be good now. Back to Gala, a few more hours eating sweets, and if there's a little corner shop or something, I might buy a little Coke or something to pick me up a bit. But it's amazing roads these. Absolutely. Right, about 5.5 hours now, and this is hard work now. Pick me up some sort of like Lucasade or something, that'd be great, because pretty hard work now, pretty hard work. I think again, back up to one of the highest points on the borders. The sun is approaching the horizon. We're approaching about 6 hours, and yeah, I think I'm in a pretty bad place. Pretty tired, pretty grumpy. I'm going really slowly because I've got headwind and massive hills to climb, and it's one of those moments where you're like, why did I do this? Lots of people just stay in the bed on the sofa, just watch some TV on your day off. Do you know what I mean? Well, you got to fucking do this. Why'd you do it? Well, I guess you do it because it's nice and stuff, but you know, there is only so much landscape. You know, it does all look the same. You can trust me, I've seen quite a lot of it now. I did ask a man who was doing some gardening for some water, and he actually filled up a bottle of water for me, so that was pretty handy. So people are nice. Oh god, I'm tired. I don't think I'm going to be getting back before it's dark. So by the Garmin, 125 kilometres in, and the road that was routed on Strava has just sent me on to, I mean, just a straight sort of off-road track up here. So I'm going to see how this goes. It's a bit of a push at the moment. I mean, it's still, the novel is wearing off. I've got to be honest with you, being in this sort of countryside now. Bike's doing alright. I'm going to see if I can ride over this, but it's sort of mountain bike territory really, so I'm pretty tired and pissed off now. So there we are. That farm track, it was all kind of grass. Let's give them away some gravel. I'm really tired now, and I really want some roads properly. It's all nice, you know. I must be right at the top of the hills and the borders now. I mean, it's like nothing else up here really. It's like being on the moon. It is nice. So we're finally off of all that gravel. Not sure where that came from, but it seemed to be some sort of private bit of land and private road that I went across. Wasn't really prepared for that. That was a bit of a slog. when I mean gravel, I mean size of rocks, you know. It was pretty sketchy on these road tyres and pretty slow going. And it did ask me on the route that I initially planned to kind of go almost kind of, I don't know, cross country, whether I missed a turn or I don't know, whether I missed a turn or it was just not even a road anymore and it was just sort of gravel and grass. I just figured I'd stick straight to it. Gonna go down now and join one of the roads that I came out on, and it's about that time where I can't really be bothered to fuck about on little roads and climbs anymore, so it's about time to fucking get on some B roads, get onto some A roads, stick my head down, put some power through the pedals, what little power I've got left, and make a beeline for home, because I'm about spent, to be honest. It's been a good day outside, but I'm ready to not be outside anymore. Just gonna see how many more of these little sweet things I can eat before I get back, before maybe I might even be able to get back before the sun goes down. Whether or not that'll mean I've done 100 miles, which is what my plan was, we shall see. But I'm about, what am I on now? 130k. Probably I'd say got at least 30k back, so that takes me to the 160. So obviously the 100 miles, so should be good. Sun's beginning to set and I'm driving directly towards it, as you can see. Ready for a beer and a sofa and a shower. Not necessarily in that order. Maybe the shower comes first. I am buzzing to be on roads which I can just cruise along at a decent pace. My average speed is returning to somewhat normal. Well, very slow obviously for a long old ride with loads of climbing, but it is creeping back up from you know, all that walking and stuff and having to get on off in all the gravel, so they're not going to pass. I'm waiting for them to pass, but where are they on? Some people don't like to pass. Some people pass within an inch of your right knee, sorry. And you know, so it's all fun and games. It's quite engaging, isn't it, going on a fast road. So I've just seen a sign. It says Galashiels, 9 miles. Absolutely delighted with that. Absolutely delighted. Garmin's clocking 157 kilometres. So 9 miles on top of that. We'll call it 10 miles, shall we? That's the easiest. 16k. Well over the 100k mark that we're the 100 mile mark that we're happy with. Should be about half hour, 40 minutes probably at the pace that my legs are feebly turning the cranks at the moment. And we'll be away. Absolutely smashed. Had a great day. Some bits were pretty tough, but that's why you do it. That is why you do it, isn't it, really? I feel alright now. My head feels good. My legs, every time they're asked a little bit, to put in a little bit above, I can only imagine it's about, I don't know, 180, 200 watts. They're screaming at me. Really not happy anymore. My legs, they're not happy. But the sky's good. Made it.
You made it,
John. I made it. I am absolutely spent. We've just discussed the fact that potentially I could have started on a smaller ride first to build up to, rather than just do 100 straight off the couch. But it's quite hard work, really.
Go hard or go home, eh?
Go hard or go home, Mel's saying, yeah. Alan's free. Alan's got a waggy tail for me, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Bike was an absolute dream. Oh, there we go. Sorted.